Good evening, friends, followers, and channel members. Happy Father's Day! If you are one of them, obviously you know I am. So, yeah, shout out first of all to all the dads out there. How are you doing? It's Sunday, it's our Sunday night stream. RDPresets is in the chat, and they have released Faro Airport, which is one of our favourites on the channel for custard tarts. And, or is it a custard slice? Might be a custard slice, which is the reason we like Faro so much. But yeah, really great to see this scenery. Looking forward to it. I've not yet seen it, so it's going to be great to fly down to it. We're in Portugal, and our entire flight will be conducted within Portugal as we fly from Lisbon to Faro, of course. So hope you are all doing very well. Pedro Fernando says this flight's not even real. It's only done by TAP. Well, hello. Here's our aircraft today. We are, of course, replicating real-world flights as we always do on this channel. So yeah, we're actually in a Neo tonight. I thought we'd try out the A320NX as in their developer build, because we've not seen this for a while, and I do like flying this aircraft. I thought this would be a great little flight for us to do today. This flight, actually, the only non-real thing about this flight is that it's usually conducted really, really late on. Now, I wanted to get this flight done a lot sooner tonight, but I had technical issues. We loaded in, and do you remember the issue with the Windows Defender firewall thing a few weeks back? It may be back. So I had problems with my Phoenix aircraft. I had problems with my A320NX. Neither of them would work. In the end, I just had to exclude the community folder, and that seems to have done the job. So if anyone else is having trouble with it, again, following a new update, then yeah, exclude the community folder. That might be the way through to sort that out. Right, and Lemon Bear on Twitch has resubbed tier 1 for the next 3 months. Happy Father's Day to you, and thank you so much for your support, mate. Really appreciate that. And Brian Crawley has he is a month off 2 years of channel membership. Brian, thank you so much. First officer Brian, indeed, almost 2 years. Amazing support of the channel. Thank you so much. So welcome on board, everyone. Hey, Liana, hey Jay, Hellgate, Barry, Lose Aviation, DC Gert, Danny, good to see you. Otto, Sarah 2411, happy Father's Day to you as well. Wally, hope you're doing well. Hey, Valstrom, and the legend Dark Fury, hello, how you doing, mate? Glad to see you on board. Shout out as well to everybody else who indeed is watching, and to those of you on Twitch as well. Good evening to you. Hey, Forex, and as I say, Lemon, thank you so much. Hoverboard 365 and 4224, thank you so much for the Prime sub as well. Right, let's just jump back into the briefing room. We've got quite a bit to discuss. It's a short flight, so quite a bit of it is actually spent on the ground tonight as we replicate real-world procedures as per usual. We are live on VATSIM, of course. In fact, if we just step back to the aircraft, you'll see just in the background there, under the jet bridge, you can see the live VATSIM traffic. We've also got a bit of air traffic control online tonight, so that's going to be quite neat as well. Right, let's jump back into that briefing room, and let's go through our OFP and have a look at what it is we're doing tonight. Where is my OFP? Hang on 1 second. Right, one minute. Okay, is that's not going to work. All right, 1 minute. Hang on. Try this. We'll brief outside tonight. There we go. Yeah, so here we are. About 17 tons of... Oh, that's quite a heavy flight. 17 tons payload tonight. A takeoff weight of around 62. Landing weight of just over 61.5. Flight time not very long, 35 minutes. So as I say, we'll probably spend most of the time on our stream tonight actually on the ground, but that's okay. The alternate tonight is right back here. You know why? If you've got a problem for some reason, and I don't know, global warming floods Faro for whatever reason, then it makes sense just to bring the passengers right back here. It's only 35 minutes away. Cost index of 38. God knows what the real cost index of TAP is. I don't know, I'm afraid. Flight level 190. Of course, it's not a massive flight, so we'll get to cruise relatively quickly tonight. We've got a bit of a trip wind, headwind of 8. Elliot Woodford, how you doing, Elliot? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Not a very long flight plan, of course. Departing 02 and landing 28. Plug fuel is just shy of 4 tons. Hey EQ, welcome, welcome guys. There's the flight plan itself. It's one page flight plan. Don't get that too often, do we? Looking at the weather, all the nines. That's what we want to see. Tell you what, the sunset out here looks absolutely stunning. That looks yeah, that looks really nice. Right, what else we got to look through? EQ, you're jumping in while dispatching flight. You could just dispatch our flights, EQ. give you some more work to do. What we've got, Faro at the moment, cab okay, 27 degrees, Greenwich 1010. In fact, we'll check that as well once we get on board, because we're also going to because it's such a short flight, we're probably going to do a bit of briefing for the arrival as well. The forecast for the next 12 hours or so. Sorry, for the next 24 hours. Wind 270 cav. Okay. Yeah. So Faro, nice place to go. Very nice place to go for the weather at the moment. What we got no times wise here in Lisbon. So anything that's going to affect us? No, nothing there. Where's the alternate? Where's the alternate Malaga? I thought the alternate was... Oh, it is. The alternate is back here, so that's fine. We've just got other alternates. Malaga might be one of them. We're not going there. And then just have a look what we got down at the bottom. There's our route. Oh, bit of icing as we complete this flight, and we're going to be flying right in the thick of it. So worth taking some extra fuel on board for that. EU dispatching at MICs. Yeah, I imagine it would be. Right, okay, so what fuel we're going to take? Well, we probably don't need to take too much. As I said, the weather's fine. A bit of icing to maybe think about. A bit of time holding here on the ground. So let's take a couple of tons. Let's take a couple of tons. Let's take a couple hundred kilogram extra. Let's take 4 tons overall. That should be fine. We'll get that loaded shortly. Christian, alternate is Gibraltar. It's not. Hope you're doing well, Christian. Good to see you. So 120, good to catch you live on the stream as well. Thank you. Right, I'm happy with most of that. So let's have a look at the next bit of stuff we need. Where is our jet today? We're parked as per the real flight. Stand 116 is our stand today. We can expect a taxi probably via Alpha 2, then Mike, and then November 2, Mike 5 for departure. November 2 would be fine for us. Interestingly, Easyjet now, they've moved, haven't they? They're on the Terminal 1 stands. They're not using the remote stands anymore. So yeah, that's where we can expect a taxi. Should we do a single engine taxi? It's it's a possibility, isn't it? I mean, it's not that long, to be honest. I don't think we're going to get a chance for a single engine taxi, to be honest with you. So I'm quite happy to go with the. We'll get both started as we go. That's fine. Let's check the departure then. So runway 2. Have we got anything daft on here? No speed restrictions, nothing like that. Climb clearance 6,000. Or flight level 60. First turn to the right. Transition altitude is 4,000 feet. MSA 4,000, but then as we make that turn back it drops down to 3, so that's all okay as well. And we're on the 26th November departure. ATC is on. They may change us, but hopefully not. Alright, so nothing daft there. As I say, we're going to have a look at the arrival as well. So we're coming in on Odimi 9 Alpha, and then that takes us to Gepti. That is a straight-in approach then. It's a normal ILS. Just check there's nothing daft here. Faro is one of those destinations which, if you're new to flying sort of like commercial airline things in the sim, I highly recommend Faro. It should be pretty straightforward. So that's it's a great airport, and now we've got some amazing scenery as well, which we're going to check out obviously later on when we get there. EQ, you got 22 flights to dispatch tonight, 14 to deal with New York, LaGuardia. Wow. Good luck. I hope they all leave on time for you. Let's have a look at Faro as well, just to get some information regarding the airport itself. So yeah, it's a decent length runway. What is it? 2.5 kilometers, 45 meter wide runway, 3 degree pappies. So that's fine. Yeah, nothing surprising there. And we can vacate obviously the rapid exit taxiway Romeo Golf, and then we're backtracking and then parking somewhere in front of the terminal. So at the moment we're just kind of looking to make sure there's no surprises, getting a good picture in our mind before we go, because it's only a short flight, 35 minutes. There's not going to be time to go through all this stuff once we're in the air. So it's better sort of to do that all now. So I think with all that information now sort of gathered, the only other thing I wanted to say is the way I'm going to fly the procedure when we get there is green dot by 607, flaps 1 by GEPT, and then flaps 2 with the glide. We'll obviously intercept the localizer by that point. We'll get in the aircraft, we'll look at the tablet, we'll do a dispatch landing calculation weight, we'll do I'll look to see if we can do flaps 3, that kind of thing. And yeah, then we'll start setting up the box, setting up the aircraft, getting passengers on board, and away we go. So welcome on board, everyone. If you are just joining us, hope you've all had a great Sunday, and I hope we're going to keep you entertained for the last little part of it. I said last little part. It is in the UK. It's maybe only midday if you guys are on the west coast of the USA, for example. Okay, so let's get rid of that. Let's have a look at our beautiful jet with the sun setting in the background. It is the perfect time of day in the simulator, isn't it? Let's get a bit of... oh, well, the cold engine not started. That's highly annoying. Let's restart that, see if we can get that going. Give that a minute. Right, let's hop on board. So here we go, A320NX, of course, so we're in the Neo aircraft, looks beautiful. I'm using the developer build, I'm not running SimBridge, because it did have an issue, didn't it, with a memory leak, and I obviously don't want to risk that tonight. So aircraft is in its turnaround state. Let's just do our usual stuff now we're here. So nav lights are on, fuel pumps are off, packs are off. And then we'll just check that the spoilers flaps are up, parking brake is on. That's fine as well. Hey, Uncle Must, hope you're well. Acupressure's in the green. Good. Has GSX decided to behave tonight? No, it doesn't want to work. All right, don't know what's causing that. Well, we'll just ignore it. So with that, let's have a listen to the current ATIS 12415. Then we'll get everything set up.
Humberto Delgado Airport, Quietus, November 1930Z. Expect ILS approach, runway in use 02. Transition level 55 after landing, vacate via Hotel 4. Wind 300 degrees 5 knots, variable between 270 and 360 degrees. Cav locate M21, 2.15 QNH 1011. Comply with speed limitations. Acknowledge LPPT information, November.
Okay, that's all well and good. What we got? We got tower online. That's okay. Just having a quick check as well if there's anything else on here. Scope mode Charlie on the ground. So that's fine. Just means when we scope mode Charlie, we'll have to turn that all the way on, not just to auto. All right, so we've got what we need. Let's set up the box. So before we do that, let's check fuel. What did I say? We're going to take 4 tons tonight, didn't we? Don't need that much. So 4 tons of fuel. Estimated duration 8 minutes. Real time. Let's get that let's get that on. There we are. We're actually defueling at the moment, and we'll have a look at the payload. Download that from our SimBrief profile. There we go. 159 passengers is planned. We might as well start boarding, haven't we? I'm just going to do this through here tonight because GSX didn't want to work. So yeah, let's begin the boarding process. There we go. On they start to come. All right. Well, let us set up the flight deck then. So we've got QNH 1011. That's fine. And skid is on. We're on Unicom at the moment. Guard frequency is also monitored. Radars are off and in op. Love the in op stickers, by the way. Switching panel, thrust levers. Oh, let me check my thrust levers. And I've got these calibrated set correctly. So that's climb, flex, toga. They're all fine and working. Just need to check that we're moving across from the Phoenix, of course. Okay, let's come up to here. 1011, constraints are on, flight directors on. That initial climb out off the chart, which we saw in the brief, is flight level 60, so we'll get that started. Quick double check on the overhead, and we can see that's fine. Pumps are off, packs are off, APU's not running. We're currently on external ground power. Okay, happy with that. I've just set the brightness up for the displays. Probably want to turn these down a little bit actually as it starts to go dark. ADEC, hope you're doing well on Twitch. Good evening. Let's turn the integrated lighting up. Just turn that one up a little bit. There we are for when the sun drops, and we'll turn the overhead panel lighting on as well. There we are. Look at that sunset. This is a great scenery airport as well, isn't it? Very, very neat. Very good. Okay, so what we got? IRS got 3.5 greens, that's fine. Aircraft status, we've got LEAP engines, valid direct cycle. Okay, let's do the init uplink, check that's okay. TAP Air Portugal 1909 with the cost index of 38. Cruising today, flight level 190, and IRS in it, they're aligned, no difference between those, we're happy with that. Ground temperature is plus 21. Let me just check that tropopause from the flight plan, which was 39383. I'm going to leave that, that's pretty close. Let's download the winds. So you're currently in an Easyjet A320neo Manchester, Jersey, full coverage out there tonight over the UK. It's great when that happens, isn't it? Love flying in the UK when they've got full VATSIM on. Granny, how do you know the flight level when you're talking to ATC? Hopefully you should know what flight level you're at by checking out your altitude indicator there. Also the standby there as well. Okay, got the winds. And let's do the flight plan. So we know we're going to be departing runway 02 as per the flight plan anyway, and we're on the 6th November departure. Insert, and then at the other end, when we come into this beautiful Faro airport, we're going to be doing the ILS Zulu runway 28, and that's on the Odimi 9 Alpha arrival. That's the one, and we come in via Gepti. So, operational flight plan, distance 169, 160 in the box, that's fine. Radnav page, we will hard tune Lisbon. Progress page is fine. Let's have a look at our init B page. So we get this information off the tablet, don't we? So we want to grab zero fuel weight CFG. So zero fuel weight is going to be 57.4, and the plan zero fuel weight CFG is 32.35. Our trip wind is a headwind of 8. And now normally you'd be able to put in the alternate. I don't think I can put in the alternate fuel now. It should be about 1.1, which is basically almost like a return trip. I don't think I can put that in just yet. No, it doesn't like it. So we need to pop in the fuel plan and how much fuel we're going to be taking. So let's have a look. We're taking 4 tons tonight. We'll let that calculate a takeoff weight then of 61.2. Max landing weight of this aircraft is 67.4 tons, so we're below max landing weight. That's hardly a surprise, really, given that we're not taking that much fuel. And the fuel for our alternate is, let's now just pop that in 1.2. Oh, why can't we do that? Have I got an alternate on here? That's why. LPPT, hang on. There we are. Just update that. So that gives us then, after it's calculated it, an extra 600 kilograms, which equates to 21 minutes of sort of extra holding time, thinking time, whatever we think. 21 minutes is plenty. So we're good to go with that. Right, now we have a look at the second flight plan. Normally, second flight plan is currently in op, which is fine. So let's have a look at our takeoff performance. So, right, we can use SimSmart to grab all of this data now. We don't usually use SimSmart for the full thing. Obviously, in the Phoenix, we don't use it, only the thrust reduction acceleration values and engine out procedure. Of course, we're in the Neotype, so we'll use the full thing. So Lima Papa Papa Tango, which is here in Lisbon. We're departing runway 02. Just grab the weather. Runway conditions, it is dry. Anti-ice is going to be off. Our takeoff weight is going to be 61.2 tons. The takeoff CFG is great. Whoa, what was it? I can't remember. Takeoff CFG, have we got the planned CFG at the minute? We've not. What I'm going to do, so planned is 32.35. That's the zero fuel weight CFG. Don't think I can actually get that until, in this aircraft, until we're fully loaded. But I suspect from experience it's going to be greater than, sorry, it's going to be less than 27. So we'll select forward, takeoff thrust, we're going to obviously flex it, we're not going to toggle it out of here. Config 1, packs will be off, and calculate. There we go, so there's our speeds. High flex, given that it's a nice long runway here. So V1 134, 137, 139, thrust reduction acceleration and engine out is all the same, 1395. Maximum takeoff weight, that's the structural takeoff weight, of course, is sorry, the maximum takeoff weight is 84 tons, which is obviously more than the actual allowed takeoff weight. It just means there's no regulated takeoff weight on this airport because nice long runway, etc. And the weather's good. So let's get all that into the box. So 134, 137, and 139. Transition altitude, we've said, is 4,000 feet. Thrust reduction acceleration value is 1395. That's rounded up 1340. That's fine. Now, I was going to use Easyjet SOPs, which they now have 800 feet as opposed to 1,000 feet AGL. But we'll leave this. We're in TAP Air, Portugal. They're probably not using 800 feet. It's going to be a flaps 1 departure, and that flex, according to SimSmart, is 69. So let's pop that on there. Now the engine out procedure, let's bring this back in, is standard with a right turn to add SAD. So add SAD is not able to be selected in the secondary flight plan. So what we're going to do is, if I go to the fixes page, just for situational awareness, let's pop that in there. And then what we can do is, if I just zoom out, there, we can see it. So that is our engine out procedure holding point. We've now got a sort of visual on it if we need it. So yeah, that's fine. Second, you can have the current CFG with press the double arrow on the EFB. Oh, this one. Ah, oh right, okay. Love it. Thank you, guys. So, planned C of G is 33. Now, that's fine because I said it was going to be less than 20. Oh right, it's not. It's going to be standard then. It's going to be grid and 27. Now, if I select this, let's see if it changes any of the speeds. So or flex. So it's 479, 13479, and calculate. It has changed it, so it's 13468. Okay, let's update the box then. So, what was it? Can't remember. 468, 134, 136, and 138. That's good because for a while the weights in the fly-by-wire weren't as accurate. This is great. So glad that's been updated. Nice to see. So 468 is done. Clean is 208. The flex didn't change, did it? No, 69. That's fine. Okay, so that is the box all set up. I think boarding is still underway. We've still got a couple of empty seats, so that's fine. Let's just put that back there. I'm going to turn up the brightness on this thing. There we are. Okay, sun's going down. Sky's looking interesting. It could be a bumpy takeoff. I can see now why we're planning for ice throughout the flight, can't we? All right then. So let's review things, starting with our full departure brief then. So the weather is it's all right, isn't it? At the moment, we've got winds 300 degrees at 5, varying 270 to 360. So basically, that's just going to be more or less from the left as we depart. Cav okay? Really? Okay. Well, I guess it's I guess it's fine. It's not going to affect us, but I wouldn't call it cav okay, but never mind. So yeah, we're fine with that. Just be aware that during the climb out then, keep an eye on the temperatures because we may need the anti-ice on as we go. That is the same for the weather en route. When we get to Faro, however, the weather should be fine from what we have seen. All looks nice. That was cav okay as well, and the winds looking favourable too. So the aircraft is a A320neo tonight. Now let's review the tech log. So we've got no terrain radar, we have got no weather radar. A couple of things in the box don't work, things like secondary flight plans, stuff like that. So just need to be aware of stuff like that. VNAV does work in this, however, so that's fine. I'll just clear out that discontinuity whilst I'm there. Yeah, so that's all okay. No known times that are going to affect our departure. Threats to be aware of here in Lisbon, not too many. There is a little bit of a hill, whatever you want to call it, just to the north west of us, as you can see just here. However, that engine out procedure, remember, was straight out and then it's a right hand turn that takes us away from that, hence the reason not to have a left hand turn. And just for our situation awareness as well, because we're tuned to the Lisbon VOR, the Lisbon VOR is pretty much on that terrain, it's not on the airfield itself. Let's get that turned on as well while I remember. Okay, so that's fine. Pedro, terrain radar works, but just setting up. Well, to me, it won't work because I've not got SimBridge running. So for this flight, it is going to be an op. So yeah, that's basically a little threat there, just the terrain. Nothing else really threat-wise. It's a pretty nice airport, isn't it, Lisbon? I suppose it's that scenic. One of the threats could be looking out the window too much. We've got ATC as well tonight, so that's fine. Only other threat is we've already discussed a bit of ice as we climb out, so keep an eye on that. Okay, let me just go through. We've been through the plan, where we're going to go, where we can expect to go. Oh, one other thing, because we may not use full runway length. Actually, I keep forgetting to do this in SimSmart. If we check out where you gone, where have you gone? Yeah, so if we actually look at taking off from Mike 5, is it Mike 5? Spin that. November 2, sorry. If we look at taking off from November 2, I just need to change the information in SimSmart. So the takeoff run is 3631. Let's go with that. 3631. Let's recalculate that. There's not that much difference. The speeds haven't changed, flex hasn't changed. That's fine, but we're now valid for that. So 468. Double confirm 468. That's fine. Yeah, just needed to confirm that. So we know roughly where we're going to taxi. We know the departure we're doing. We've spoken about this. It's now noise abatement 2 departure. First turn will be out to the right. That initial climb is flight level 60. We've got that all set up. Transition level is 5,500 feet. So yeah. There's no speed restrictions. We'll clean up and accelerate away on schedule. Engine out procedure is standard, so if you do lose an engine after V1, then we're straight out. Confirm the failure after 400 feet, and then we'll get that shut down. Once passing 1,900 feet, then we can push to accelerate away and make that right hand turn to the outside holding point. Then we'll decide what we're going to do. Get ourselves safe at 3,000 feet and we will be fine. Now quickly, once again, just checking stuff for the arrival. We're expecting ILS-28, a DB9 Alpha arrival. We've had a look at the chart. I've already said in the briefing how I plan on flying that approach, how we're going to configure that approach, etc. So that's pretty much done. We've checked it's a nice 3-degree approach. Pappy's also agree with that. The only other thing to do then is let's have a look now then at a calculation with regards to our landing. Why can't I pan around? What's happened here? That's a bit weird. Ah, I can't. Oh, there we go. It's working again. FS Realistic, I think, is responsible for that. Sometimes my mouse just stops working and I can't pan around anymore. Let's have a look at the. Have we got a landing calculator here? Ah, yes, we do. So, Lima Pop. Foxtrot Romeo. Oh, that shouldn't happen. There we are. Wind direction in. Have we got the wind direction? Oh, fill data from OFB. That's fine. That'll do. Runway elevation was 18. Runway heading in Faro is what? 281. It is indeed dry. Runway slope, I have no idea what the runway slope is. Let's put in 0. Runway landing distance available. Runway 28 is 2445. Approach speed, let's guesstimate at the moment, 140 knots, which is a bit faster than it probably will be. And our landing weight is planned to be 617. Let's call that 619. Let's call it 62. 62 tons to be conservative. We've taken a bit of extra fuel as well, haven't we? Let's go config 3. Overweight procedure, no. Reverse thrust, no. Auto land, no. Calculate. Actually, it tells us auto brake. Max is fine. Auto brake medium is fine. If we did cop that, that's surprising. Actually, I thought we'd be able to get in there, no problem at all. Just calculate that again. All right. That's actually telling us config 3 is going to stop us better than config 4. That can't be right. Anyway, we can get in with it. Looks like we're using medium brakes, but we can get in. Okay. Well, that's that done. So, landing dispatch calculations been done. We're happy with all of that, and I think everyone is on board. Is everyone on board now? We'll close the doors and we'll get ready to go. The only thing I need to do, of course, now is contact air traffic control, and then we'll see. Yeah, I think everyone's done. Brilliant. Right, let's contact the Tower 118.1. Lisbon Tower, good evening, Air Portugal 1909, Type A320neo, we're at stand 116, requesting IFR clearance as filed to Faro, and we have current information November.
Lisbon, Portugal 1909, information November, KNA 20011, break clear to Faro via Troia 6 November departure, squawk 3242.
Cleared via the runway 02, Troia 6 November departure, and the squawk 3242 for Air Portugal 1901. Correction, 1909.
Air Portugal 1909, read back correct.
Fantastic. I'll just come off that for now. Let's pop the squawk in. Excellent. So we've just confirmed everything from ATC. The final thing to do then is just quickly nip through the box. So confirming there 02 departure 26 November is in there, and we've also got the arrival in there, Demon 9 Alpha for runway 28. Radnav is tuned to Lisbon. Progress page 190. Of course, that's going to be absolutely fine. Performance speeds confirmed 134, 136, 138. Cleanest 208. Thrust section 1340. We're taking the flaps 1 departure, and it's a flex departure today as well of 69. And our takeoff weight is going to be 61.2. Obviously, secondary flight plan not working, and we've got an extra 21 minutes of fuel thinking time. Alternate fuel 1.2. Kevin Booth, mate, thank you so much for your 5 Easyjet Simpilot channel memberships. That is awesome, Kevin. Really do appreciate that. Our first new 5 channel members of the stream this evening: Sarko Tech, Pedro, Willie, Yadish, and Tony. Guys, welcome on board, courtesy of Kevin Booth's very, very generous gift. Thank you so much, Kevin. Really do appreciate that. Right, if everybody's on board, we're going to use Pushback Helper, because I don't think GSX is going to want to play ball tonight, is it? Nah, it doesn't want to work. That's fine. Doesn't bother me. So, looks like we're we're good to get going. So let's get that APU fired up. Whilst we're waiting for that, then let's just pull that on. It's starting to get really dark now, isn't it? Let's get the pumps on. Seatbelt signs are on. I just wait for that APU to kick in. Elena, use the EFB with the rudder and elevator for pushback. It's more fun. Is that how it works now? Use the rudder and elevators to do it? I'm going to let Pushback Helper do the job. They're probably better than me. Woodcut, you've just done the new Southend to Faro route. Didn't know there was a new Faro airport. Yeah, courtesy of RDPresets. So we're going to check that out in a little bit when we get there. Very short flight, only 35 minutes. So like I said, it's not going to be a long flight. Most of our time today will probably be spent on the ground. Right, flaps open, and that APU is available. Wonderful. So we can disconnect the external power. Give it a minute before we get the bleed on. Let's go to our services page. GPU can go. Jet bridge, that can go as well. Wheel chock, safety cones. Does that mean they've gone? Yeah, they're gone. That's fine. Wonderful. So welcome on board, everybody. If you are just joining us, let's get the tug into position. Oh, actually, do you know what? Pushback Helper's not wanting to work either tonight. What is going on? Well, Leanna, you might get your wish. Right, I have never done the pushback before with with this, so well, we'll see how we go. Can I call the tug? Is this going to work? Do we have a tug? No one wants to push me back. Are they on strike? Oh right, pushback system on. Let's pushback system goes conflict with the pushback. We recommend you enable the system if you. Okay, right. Well, nothing else is turned on, so that's fine. Let's call the tug. You can tell I've not done this before. Use controller input. Oh, do you know what? No, I'm just gonna go the backwards, forwards, left, right. We'll do it that way. We've got a little map, so hopefully we'll be okay. Anyway, that's all shut off. That's fine. Let's get the bleed air on now, and let's do our cockpit preparation checklist. So aircraft acceptance has been completed. Fuel quantity is 3980. Oh, is the APU now burning fuel? Brilliant, because that's another thing the Phoenix. The fly-by-wire aircraft didn't used to do. So if that's now burning fuel, that's fantastic. Another big tick for the fly-by-wire guys. Yeah, so that's now burning fuel, and fuel quantity is balanced. Seatbelt signs are on. Idea's got the 3.5 green. The barrier F QNH is 1011. And why are we moving? Stop! 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 Parking brakes on. Why are we moving? I'm gonna get yelled at. Stop! Jeez. I didn't say you could push me back just yet. I'm going to get yelled at by ATC for moving without permission. I'm not even on their frequency.
Push start approved facing south. So there's 128.
And Tower Air, Portugal 1909, stand 116, and we're ready for push and start.
Air Portugal 1909, stand 200, push and start approved facing west, new QNH 1012.
Push and start approved facing west, new QNH 1012, and just for confirmation, stand 116, Air Portugal 1909.
Oh, Air Portugal 1909, sorry for that. Push and start approved facing south, new QNH 1012.
Push and start approved facing south for Air Portugal 1909. Okay, right, let's see if we can do this then. So, beacon light is on. We need to get that on to be able to charge the ground. High pressures in the ground. High pressures, sorry, in the green. That's fine. All set. Is using stick and rudder is the way to go for this. Right, let's call a tug. Go on then, let's do it. Tug is attached. Parking brakes on. Okay, so use control input. Oh, that's already turned on actually. Right, let's see what happens. Nozzle is disconnected. Parking brake is released. Start the timer, and hopefully back we go. Oh, that's forward, isn't it? Presumably. Oh, that's backwards. Is it going to move? We're not moving now. Why aren't we moving? Oh, Jesus! Whoa! Easy there. My God.
Ladies, gentlemen, and channel members. On behalf of the crew, I ask that you now please direct your attention to the cabin crew as we review the emergency proceeds. Please take a minute to locate the nearest exit to you and note that it may be behind you. Count the number of rows to the exit. Should the cabin experience a pressure loss, stay calm and listen for instructions from your cabin crew. Oxygen masks will drop down from above your seat. Place the mask
it's not
over
wanting
your
me to
mouth
turn
and
left
like
or right, this
pull
thing.
the strap to tighten it. If you are traveling with children, ensure you put your own mask on first before helping others. In the unlikely event of an emergency landing and evacuation, leave all your carry-on luggage and items behind. Life rafts are located beneath your seats.
I've got no movement at all here.
Guide you to your nearest exit.
So do you know what we're going to do?
We now ask that
I'm
all
just going to
carry-on
have to
luggage is stowed away
stop
safely
it
during the flight.
there before we end up on the
Whilst we wait
grass.
for takeoff,
My word.
please take a moment to review the safety procedures and the safety card in front of you. Electronic devices must now be switched off or turned to airplane mode until we instruct you that it is again safe to use them.
I don't like
Our
that.
cabin service will commence once we are in flight.
Guys, I'm using the rudder, I'm using the twist axis, I'm trying to use anything. Nothing was working then.
Air Portugal 25 uniform, confirm final runway 02.
Final runway 02.
Air Portugal 25 uniform, wind 302 degrees 6 knots, runway 02.
Right, I better start some engines.
Please land 02.
Engine mode select through ignition, starting engine 1. Actually, before that, before start checklist, parking brake was on, is on now. Takeoff data is confirmed, windows are closed, EFB is on flight mode, doors are closed. Are they armed? Yes, they are. And the beacon light's on. Starting engine 1. And Lisbon Tower, apologies there, Portugal 1909, our tug driver didn't want to behave. We've finished our push here, but we're clear of the terminal, so we'll be able to taxi in whichever direction you need.
Portugal 1909, no problem. Are you ready to taxi?
If you can just give us about 2 minutes, I'll Portugal 1909.
Roger, Portugal 1909.
Ready for taxi. Zurich 128.
Maybe it's because I used the well,
Answers 128, taxi via Golf Uniform to November.
I used
Holy Point,
the sliders and things like that because I wasn't getting any sort of movement from
Taxi via
rudder,
Golf
aileron,
Uniform
tiller, anything like
to
that.
November.
So,
Holding
well,
point
doesn't
runway
matter.
02. Zurich
Doesn't matter.
128.
I'm more concerned with the fact that engine 1 isn't starting.
Lisbon Tower, Portugal 383, ready for push to stop, please.
Portugal 383, stand 200, push and start is
What
approved.
is going on here?
Push to stop, crew face west, Air Portugal 383.
That's not good. Right, okay. Mode selection to ignition. Started engine 1. APU bleed is on. Fuel pumps are on. We've also got left right elevator fault as well. This is interesting. Okay. So, engine starter off, motor selector back to normal. I'm going to attempt to start that again. Engine motor selector to ignition. And starting engine 1. The packs are off, but they make no difference to the engine start. APU bleed, however, is important. Christian, I'm wondering if there is a Windows Defender issue, which means this flight's knackered. I wonder if I could, just for this, cheat and go to ready for taxi.
All stations, Lisbon Tower now closing, monitoring comments to decimal 8.
22 decimal 8, thank you for the service. Zurich 128.
Guys, it's not wanting to work. This isn't wanting to work at all. Oh, how annoying. We might just zip to Faro and have a look around. Pretend the flight was absolutely fine. Yeah, so something's clearly going wrong because then we're getting the alarm there. Yeah, Barry, you were promised a simple flight. I know. Yeah, it's not liking it, is it? I don't even think engine number 2 is going to want to start. Right, I tell you what, if this isn't going to work, I'm going to come off of VATSIM. I mean, ATC's just left anyway, so I've just come off VATSIM so we're not sat in the middle. El Chocolate, come on, flight with no computers manually. Yeah, I'd love to fly it, Chocolate, but I ain't flying nothing. I can't even taxi with no engines. Zara, why is the rudder all the way to the right? Just because there's no hydraulics. I think the aircraft is buggered. So, Yeah, this is going to be an MOC jobby. We're going nowhere. Call the tug, pull us back on stand. Apologies to our passengers. We're going nowhere. Right, plan B. We are going to go to Faro. Do you know what we're going to do? Should we do some base training? Should we go do some base training in Faro instead? Why not? I need a scrap of paper to jot some stuff down. Chris, is the APU running? Yeah, it should be. APU's there. Yeah. So, whoops. Alright, well, as long as the Phoenix is working, let's go do some base training. Base training in the Phoenix, what do you reckon? I think that's going to be the way to go. Sorry about this, guys. Chat amongst yourselves. This is another way to get this going. I don't think any of this is going to make a difference. Nah, it's broken. It's broken. There's a hamster in the APU bleed blocking it up. Well, let's get out of here. Ben, you've also had that issue before with Windows Defender. Yeah, but when did you get that, Ben? Because it happened a few weeks ago, didn't it? Happened a few weeks ago. I don't think restarting the APU is going to work. I think it is just, yeah, it's just shot, which is fine. Which is fine. So before we jump into the Phoenix, just save these. Christian, what are you doing in Gibraltar? I might have to just reinstall the FlyByWire, see if that works. Should we jump in my my beautiful Easyjet livery for this? Yeah, why not? Might set the time today as well. Liana, the preset should have started it. I think there is just an issue with Windows Defender again. 120 on Twitch says it's just been happening for him. Sasha17, same thing as well. Woodcut, you've been using the dev version with no problems today. That's interesting. It doesn't matter. Base training is always fun. Right, let me just grab a scrap of paper. I need to write some stuff down. If you've never done base training before, then this should be a fun exercise to watch. Leanna, you're going to find it with SimCity, it's just for you. Good idea. Culty scripting engine hasn't started. That really doesn't want to work today, does it? And, oh, what's going on here? Oh, the Phoenix app hasn't opened. Let's run it, see if it does something. Right, so my Phoenix app is now opening. Phoenix app's open. Let's restart that. Oh guys, it's all going wrong. So has the Windows Defender issue come back? Because when was it? Maybe 2 weeks ago that it happened? See if we get any further with this. Nope. Thomas, the Windows Defender may only have just updated. What's annoying is I had this issue just prior to the stream starting. I then went and did a couple of things, and yeah, and then it was fine. All right, guys, what do we suggest? It's not liking this, is it? I'm not doing base training in the in the default A320neo. Frustrating. Alright, question is, how do we fix it? I think my PC did a Windows update last night. I'm almost certain it did an update last night. So Ben says it's easy to fix. Go on, Ben. What was what we're reckoning? Turning the Defender off. Should we have a look? I'm just cautious of the time as well. I've probably only got about half an hour left. So, let me see. Christian, write a complaint to Microsoft. Every chat member can type in one word. Okay, well, whatever happens, we need to get rid of this, don't we? Because that's not working. Yeah, so the Phoenix app, MSE, is indeed working. Now, Christian, that is the good question. Is the Defender blocking data, or is it just deleting it? Ben, you can create an exemption folder so Windows doesn't defend it. Right, well, I've done that at the moment. Well, I've done it on the community folder. Yeah, so it's not touching the community folder at the moment. Keeler says, no problems with the latest Windows Defender on Windows 11 updated this evening just before starting flight with A320NX. Interesting. Christian, you're going to check to see if it's doing stuff on his PC as well. I think Liana was trying that as well. So, now guys, you know I'm not a technical person. Let's see if we can fix this together, shall we? Right, get rid of that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Okay, where do we go from here? So at the moment, I think, where's my Windows Defender? Windows Defender firewall. Hang on a minute. Right. Update your firewall settings. It's not the firewall settings I need to update, is it? Ben, have we created an exemption for the community folder? Yes. Yeah, well, for the community folder, I'm pretty certain we have. Just want to check that now. Sorry, I'm just doing it on my other screen. 1 second. I guess what's really frustrating is prior to the stream starting, I had both the Phoenix and the 320 up and running. Having said that, the 320 and 32NX was up and running, but I hadn't started the engines. Fruitbat, did the Phoenix app start? No, I had to start that manually. How do I do? You know, I can never navigate the damn thing with Windows Defender. How do we check the exemption folders? Where are we going for that? hang on then. Is this it? This is an app, isn't it? It's not an exemption folder. Pushback quality isn't starting for us either. No, I noticed that, but funnily enough, once again, it was prior to the stream starting. No, this isn't it. This isn't the one I wanted. That's not where I did the exemption earlier on. Oh, how do we find it, guys? I hate techie stuff. Hate it with a passion. Right, hang on then. Is this it? Right, yeah, so Ben, this is what I needed. Select Start, Open Settings, Privacy and Security. 1 second then. Where are you? Privacy and Security. Beast Boy, mate, thank you so much for your €1 donation. Sorry, we're not flying for you at the moment. Right, hang on then. Is that where you wanted us to get to, Ben? Go on, Ben. I'm with you. The problem with the 30-second delay on stream is probably not helping here. Select virus threat protection. Hang on. Let's bring this across. If anyone's thinking of hacking me, guys, by the way, then go for it. There's only flight simulator stuff on this PC. Manage settings. Exclusions. There we go. Add remove exclusions. Right, here we go. So, Phoenix is in there. The flight sim's in there. The Phoenix bootstrap is in there. Phoenix displays, systems. Is there anything else in there? I thought I'd put the community folder in there. I'm pretty certain I put the community folder in there. Did that add it? I can't see it on here. Oh, it'll be this one, won't it? Yeah, it is. It's that one. Yeah, so that's done. Do we need to exclude GSX as well, do we think? Matthew Griff just joined. Yeah, Windows Defender's not going well. We're going to have to visit Porto again Faro another time, sadly. No, I'm not going to FS Expo. Right, can we think of anything else? This was done prior to the stream starting though, guys, so this is nothing new. I think we're going to have to... I hope I'm not going to have to... reinstall the Phoenix. Even when this happened last time, though, a couple of weeks ago, I don't think people didn't have to reinstall the Phoenix aircraft, did they? Oh, and I thought if you had the latest version, I mean, can you find out what version of this of Windows Defender you've got? Just curious to see what you guys have got, really. See if it matches up. Is there a way to do that? Jordan B, we've gone tech. No, you guys have. I'm not. I just follow instructions. Ben, that exclusion was created probably about 20 minutes before the stream started. Bjorn, we were flying the FlyByWire. Yes, it didn't work. Manic, we could just turn the Defender off for now. Dr. Magic, we could go back and see if a threat was identified. Or we could do, couldn't we? Is that, how do we do that? Does it actually tell you? Real-time protection. Should we just turn that off? Think that'd work? Christian, your Phoenix is still working. How annoying. Manic Mama, select the Windows security app from the search results. What? Oh, hang on. Got you. Windows security app from the search results. Go to Fire Threat Protection. And under Virus and Threat Protection settings, select Manage Settings. So, oh, sorry, you just... Right, I thought you were telling me I had to have a look to see if anything had... what about Protection History? I didn't know if it was going to tell me if anything had been in there. No, Lex, here's a good fix. Use anything other than Windows Defender. I've never had a problem with it until tonight. Really frustrating. Right, so if we turn that off, you can now hack me. Okay, so shall we restart the sim and see what happens? Virtual Pilot, was that a version number? No current threats. 0 threats found. Last scan 2 minutes. Yeah. Nightbot still trying to keep everybody happy. Alright. Let's turn those off. We'll launch the sim. I tell you what I will do. Before I do that then, just before I do that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to uninstall and reinstall the A320NX. What? Microsoft Flight Simulator is most certainly not running. At least I don't think it is. No, it's not. Hang on. Let me just Control-Alt-Delete that. Phoenix app's running. Let's close that down. See if that starts automatically. Right, that's gone. Yeah, Microsoft Flight Simulator is not running. That was weird. Hey guys, thank you for the follow. Sadly you're joining us not flying, but troubleshooting. Okay. Close that down. I'll close FS Realistic as well, just in case. Alright. FlyByWire Simulator installer, sorry, is now running again. Can I uninstall it? You're at... Oh, there we go. You're about to install. That's fine. Is that it? That was quick. Okay, I'm going to reinstall it. Hopefully it might put things back in that it might have deleted. Really, can I show you Faro? Yeah, whatever happens, I'm going to start the sim back up and we'll have a look at Faro Airport, because that's essentially what we were meant to be doing tonight. So let's just give this 30 seconds to sort itself out. Wingflex93 on Twitch says troubleshooting has been his favourite hobby for the past few days. I hate it, Wingflex. Absolutely hate it. Loathe it. I hate computers. Carl Slaymaker finds sometimes a simple computer reboot sorts things out. You mean the Airbus way? Turn it off and turn it back on again. Matthew, which upcoming release am I most excited for in the sim? Probably the A380, let's be honest. From these guys. I'm gutted as well because I was looking forward to flying the A320NX. If I can get this working, I will. We'll try and get some. We'll try and do some base training in it at Faro. But yeah, just keeping an eye on the time. I really wanted to be out of here for 10 o'clock. I've got some stuff to do tonight after I finished. But guys, you are all legends. Thank you so much for sticking around, even though we're not flying. I don't know if that means you enjoy my company as well as what we do in the simulator. Eliana, you're about to taxi out, see if it works. Yeah, let us know if you can get those engine starters. Mies, remains weird to you the engines wouldn't start in the elevator. It was strange too. It certainly was. Yes. It was almost like it was trying to go through the process of starting that engine up, as in not the aircraft, but you know, the background coding, and something went poof, it's not working. Wingflex, oh, you've been having scenery issues. Oh dear. Oh, well, I don't currently have Dublin Airport. However, Easyjet with their new slots purchased for Dublin, who knows? It might be happening soon. Might have to purchase it. And it says, regardless of the problem, Rebecca recommend enabling the real-time protection. Computer security is a critical factor. I know. My only sort of saving grace is this PC that I use for flight simming. I set up with the sole intention that all it ever was for was flight simulator, so that there's nothing at all stored on this computer, like I know passwords and stuff like that. There's nothing stored on it at all. Dr. Magic says the rain's coming. Oh, I hope not. I've still got to walk the first officer. Dr. Magic has also been too hot in his attic to sim for the last week or so. Oh, is that where the is that where your PC is, up in the attic? Ouch. Christian Dark Fury has built in some backdoor shenanigans. Yeah, let's blame Dark. Where is he anyway? We'll blame him instead. Right, I think this is finished. We'll get that sim loaded up. Oh, it's just downloaded. It's just decompressing. That shouldn't take long. Oh, guys, cheer me up. What's the best thing you've done this weekend? Doesn't have to be anything amazing. Could be something as simple as, I don't know, washing out your bin, a job you've been meaning to do for the past 6 months. Right, there we go. Let's start the sim up. Start the sim up, see if we can get a couple of goes around Faro. Into something. Anything. Micking had some weird failures in the Phoenix with a side stick fault and a sudden cat one up. Right, Micking, don't worry about that side stick failure. That side stick fault is something that usually happens. It's a little bit of a bug to do with how your joystick is set up for it. So you can pretty much usually always disregard that. Unless it is actually a Phoenix failure, in which case you'd know about it because it would no longer work. And a cat 2 in up, a spurious cat 2 in up, that happens in real life, so don't worry about that either. Hey Andy Voice, what's happened to the Phoenix? Just managed to join the stream. Well, the Phoenix wouldn't load, wouldn't fire up, and the A320NX wouldn't let the engine start. Gutted. Matthew, best thing about this weekend was packing the suitcase for FS Expo. J-Hog hit the PC with a hammer. No. Leanne, the engine's starting for you. Oh, how annoying is that? Dr. Magic painting Star Wars miniatures for my son, obviously. Are you a collector, Doctor? I've got loads of Star Wars stuff. My parents have just moved house as well. They've had to put all the stuff in storage while they're waiting for the new one to be built. Honestly, if anyone's interested in Star Wars stuff, send me a DM on Discord and I'll send you some pictures. I need to get rid of some stuff. Lemon, you went for a fresh Italian gelato with his family. Boy with 10 months. So is this your first Father's Day, Lemon? Excellent, your first Father's Day. Oh, the first of many. Christian, you helped a friend set up sun lounges in 30-degree heat. Ouch. Dark Fury, what happened? You nip away for a few minutes. Yeah, what happened was we pushed back and the A320NX, it wouldn't start. The engines wouldn't spool. Nothing. Busted. Broken. Kaput. 9. And the Phoenix aircraft was pretty similar. Legend Dark Fury says 737 doesn't have this issue. Shut up. Nolex 2411, I can't believe you've gone there. We might as well. We're doing away with tradition for the channel tonight. Which is the best Star Wars film? Tough question. Are we just going to include the main series, you know, the 9 films without all the Disney spin-offs? FS Realistic's connected. Andy, is it Windows bug, Microsoft, or an aircraft bug? I'm going Windows bug at the moment. Falstrom, have I been paying the fuel fees? I thought so. Fruit Bat, Empire Strikes Back. I would probably want to go with that. Do you know what? Any of the original 3. No, I'm not old enough to remember them coming out. Right, so what should we try first? I'll tell you exactly what I'm going to try first. I'm going to go back to the fly-by-wire. I keep wanting to go to Gibraltar. I'm going to go back to the fly-by-wire. I'm going to just stick it in a stand. And I'm going to try and start the engines. Christian, the thing that's weird is you don't have any problem with Windows Defender. How can it be? I don't know, Christian. McKing, have I checked to see if some of the files are still in quarantine by Defender? No? How the hell do I do that? You're going to have to give me step-by-step instructions for that, guys. Remember, you're talking to a technophobe. I don't like technology. Well, I do, when it works. Christian, give it another 10 minutes, then I'm doing base training at Faro, but in the Spruce Groves. Legend Dark Fury, we've just updated the fly-by-wire before relaunching the sim. After turning off that real-time protection rubbish. But I'd kind of prefer to have that on. This is the new Faro, by the way. Oh, look, GSX is working. And I haven't touched GSX. So... I'm not going to cheat. I'm just going to try and start things up. So we need a bit of an APU to work. Once that's up and running, I shall attempt to start the aircraft. God. Don't have to stare at that for the next 30 minutes. Oh, you're kidding me. You are taking the Michael. Oh, to be fair, it might have been that the batteries were on. That might have been my fault. I forgot we need batteries. RD, the Ryanair bus was a special present for me. Right, well, do you know what? Whilst I'm waiting for that to fire up, should we have a look at it? Oh, this is it. This is it. This is RDPresets Faro. Remember, you need to remove the default Azobo Faro as well, which obviously I've done. So this is it. How beautiful. All those people working and waiting in the terminal. Sasha 17. So the fuel pump, don't need to have the fuel pumps on. The APU has its own pump, which you're turning on with the push button. Lovely stuff. Oh, I'm liking the control tower. That's looking quite detailed. I'm going to have to go and have a look at that. I do like a good control tower in add-on airports. I know it's not something that is a make or break, but I just think, well, they're not very busy, are they? They're not looking out the window. They're sat chatting. Oh, and you know, it's little things like this that I like. Look, 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 look. It is the fact that they've got the right airport diagram on there. Winds calm, cav okay. Love it. Absolutely love it. I think that's great. Who's on the flight strips? Oh, excuse me. Look and see if there's anyone we knew. Ryanair, Sky Travel, Chanex, Ryanair. I'm going to shout if there isn't an Easyjet. There'll be an update tomorrow from RD. SimComp 3. I'm presuming all the strips are the same. Ryanair, 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 Sky Travel, Tower Approach, Emergency. Oh, have we got any more down here? Ryanair, 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 Sky Travel. Oh, RD, you need to update. Yeah. Can we have another update, please? We need Alpine 34 Alpha Mike coming in. Or Easy 34 Alpha Mike. I tell you what, though. Can you imagine doing a VATSIM session controlling this? Or even just turning on FSLTL traffic. Look at that. I'd be quite... I'm going to do some plane spotting. RD, hot fix 2 incoming. I can't wait. Let me just jump back in. Have we got APU started? Right, APU started. APU bleed. Come on then. Let's get the fuel pumps on. And let's see if I can actually start the engines. Oh, oh, oh. N1's looking good. Josh went to Faro in the summer, and the summer of 19 looks like the real thing. Awesome. Guys, this is working. This is working, look. Right. So, I'm going to come back to it, don't worry. We will do a circuit. We will at least get airborne at least once tonight. Making you flew into a Faro event yesterday from Leon with more than 70 arrivals. Wow. 70 arrivals into Faro. And I'm just going to do the same thing now with the Phoenix aircraft. Guys, you are absolutely all legends tonight. Still sticking with us even when the flight's gone wrong, and we're basically just sat here trying to troubleshoot a PC and Windows Defender. Amazing support, all of you. Alright. Hello. Well, what do we make of that then? Throwback, yeah, the Maxwell flights in bug, we changed the aircraft, I selected the spot so it threw us on the runway. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'll take it. Should we go flying? Let's go flying. Pack 1 fault, Gen 1 fault. Engine 1 not working. I'm not doing base training with one engine. That's interesting. Start valve fault. Alright. 1 minute. Let's try that again. Okay, clear ACAM. Kevin Booth, mate, thank you so much for your $2.99 super chat. That is incredible support on our broken stream this evening. That's interesting. Oh, the APU won't be running, will it? The APU's turned off. Right, hang on then. Let me just go back to the main menu and launch this from cold and dark. Of course, it throws you in on the runway if the APU's not running. Right, let's try and do this without it jumping back onto the runway. There we go, parking gate. I'll do. Matt Solar Clips YT, thank you guys for the sub. And once again, Kevin Booth, thank you, mate. Amazing support tonight. Utroy on Twitch is taking notes for when his sim breaks. Don't follow me. I always say you guys know far more than I do when it comes to the tech side of stuff. See, it looks like it's firing up absolutely fine. Yeah, look, that app's connected. I can see in my my system straight that it's running. So if we... Oh, we need some ground power. So let me just have a quick look. Let's get some GPU on. So the batteries are on. External power. Let's get that APU bleed on. I just want to see if the engines start. That's the main thing. While I'm waiting for that, I'm going to go back and have a look at this airport. I mean, this looks awesome. Shall we have a look at the front? We didn't have a look at the front of the airport, did we? This is what we wanted to see tonight. I might have a look in the terminal as well, just afterwards. Nice. Full on signage, taxis, rent-a-car, autocars. Where's McDonald's? Does it have a, does this airport have a McDonald's? For a minute then, I thought it was a train track. Like, what? It's like a monorail, but double. Welcome to the Algarve. Oh, that must have taken some doing. Look at that, the walkway. That is neat. I like that. Tell you what, the performance of this seems to be pretty good as well. Oh, I need to come away from there. It's full of Ryanair buses. So, I was just wondering if that was the fire training aircraft. Nip over to the other side. Got lots of stuff over here as well. All the masts. I mean, I'd hate to be that guy that's in the middle and I need to get out. Because that would be me. There's the VOR on field. I bet this looks great at night time as well, because we've actually got proper lighting. Something that Microsoft Flight Simulator default airports lacks. Right. That was fine. I hope you bleed. Come on, let's see if we can get some engines started. This is weird. Were both engines running? They shouldn't have been. I think it's safe to say they are working. Yeah, look, I can shut them down. I can fire them up. That's what. I mean, how weird was that? Mammoth, what's the plan now? I'll tell you exactly what the plan now is. I'm going to do a circuit. We're going to do a circuit, but then I am going to have to go, guys. I am truly sorry that things have not gone to plan tonight. Right, base training. Legend, I've just heard the phone vibrate, so I shall check that out later. Okay, so get rid of that. Let's make it daytime. Let's throw some students on. And let's let's enjoy a flight. So what we need to do for this, just for a bit of base training, is let me just zip through this. We can leave that blank. That really doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Go away. It's kind of latest weather. Ground services. That's fine. We don't need that. Mass and balance. Let's throw some stuff in here. So let's 5 ton of that. We don't need that many passengers. Not usually very heavy when base training. Only a few people on board. So that's fine. No cargo. Let's load our aircraft. Done. So here, here's what we're going to do. LPFR. Flight number doesn't matter. Cost index doesn't matter. Cruise flight level doesn't matter. Clear that. We'll sort the weights out in a moment. Ground temperature 26. Right, so flight pan. Then let's have a look at departing to 8. We want no star. Or SID. And then arriving. You just want in runway 28 here. You don't want any ILS or anything like that. No start, no VIA. Insert. You can leave the discontinuity. That's fine. That makes no difference. Engines are running, aren't they? So what's our zero fuel weight? It is 45.5. And the CFG is 27.9. There we go. That's fine. Fuel on board. That's estimated fuel on board. We've actually got 5 tons. We're just under. Doesn't matter. So we have to put some performance figures in here. So what's our current? What's our current weight? 50.4. So 28 dry 1 50.4. Do you know what? I'm just gonna make that up. $17, 23, 23. Okay, now I just need to get some information from this. Flex, what was that? 68. Flaps 1. Alright, so clean speed is... not clean speed, sorry. S speed is 186. Now I just need the charts for this. Downwind is 101 degrees. Inbound is 281. Anything else we need from that? The only other thing we can do as well, and I like to do this more in simulator because you don't have quick peripheral vision on this. So if we put in Lima Papa F Foxtrot Romeo runway 28, and if we just draw a 90-degree radial out from 281, so that would be at a heading of 191. There we go. So that's the That's the 90-degree marker. Alright, so get that on. Get that on, get that on. Flaps 1. On the spoilers. The signs need to be on. And what's our CFG? 26.6. Hello. Okay, let's see if I can remember how to do this. So, just to brief this, we take off, normal takeoff. We pull speed, we select S speed, we fly this in flaps 1, left turn downwind. We want to do it at 1,500 feet AGL, don't we? Which is, what was the altitude of the airport? 18, so yeah, basically 1,500. There we go. Right, let's go. What's our thrust reduction and acceleration value set here? That's going to be 1.3. 1.8. Here we go. Right. Let's go. Flex SRS and runway. Okay, up we go. So got nav and landing gears up. Okay, so speed looks to level off. If we get a little high, it doesn't really matter. Now we want to activate the approach phase. That's done. I've not filled it out, it doesn't matter. Push for S speed, so that'll slow us down. Flight directors off. Track FPA, and we want to fly 101. Pedro, yeah, visual landing. That's what base training is, basically. Everything's hand flown, so there's no use of autopilot at the minute. Okay, so altitude's good, and we're just get that on track. Okay, and now once we are, it's best probably to do that nav mode, that way we can see everything. Once we get a beam the runway threshold, it's 45 seconds from that. We start the timer, and then we make the base turn. Now, it's 45 seconds, but you have to take the wind into account, so we've got a bit of a tailwind at the moment. Let's call that... it's almost a crosswind, isn't it? So if we did... You basically take off the tailwind, or add it if it's a headwind, from 45 seconds. So if we called that... Just looking at that, if we called that probably about... If we called it 10... Maybe about 10, so instead of 45 seconds it'd be 35 seconds. Start the chrono. There it is. DaVinci autopilot on downwind, not when base training. I don't know if some airlines do that. So we just lost a bit of altitude there. And this is why I just had that little sort of perpendicular line to it. Right, there we go. So we now go flaps 2. Start that roll. Doesn't need to be quite as much as 30 degrees. And just start that descent as well. Make sure that's getting down. Not too much. Oh, just had a bit of a wind gust there, actually. Keep that coming down. Okay, you can just see the runway there, so what we're going to do now is gear down, flaps 3, keep that turning.
1000.
Flaps full. So yeah, completely visual landing. See 2 whites, 2 reds, so that's fine. And then once we touch down,
500.
when we're happy, stand the thrust levers up, set flaps 2, and away we go again. Picture's good. Just dropped a bit low there, haven't we? So let's just correct that.
$100. 50. 40.
Bit low.
Too low.
30.
Brain.
20. Retard. 5.
Bit of a roll. Okay, we're down. Whoa! Lots of roll. Whoa, what's going on here? That's never happened before. So, S speed, let's lower her off. Doesn't matter if we get too high, remember, that's fine. Activate the approach again. Flight directors off, both sides. Start that roll. Gonna do a better landing this time. That was awful. Okay, start to get back down. Manage the speed now that we've activated the approach phase. Let's try again. So track 101 again for the downwind. Let's just get this aircraft back down to 1500 feet. Hey, football moment. Hope the puppy's behaving himself. Right, should we have another go? That new airport didn't deserve a landing like that. CV's Tom and Lemon on Twitter. Yeah, the crosswind landing in the Phoenix is not the easiest thing to try and do. Version 2 though, it's fixed. So once we're abeam that threshold, I'll start that timer again. Okay, here it comes. Check that wind, probably about 10 seconds again is going to be fine, so start the timer. So we'll aim for about 35 seconds again, make that left turn, and around we go. George Jenkinson, what happened to the flight? Oh, I think Windows Defender may have scuppered that. Right, gear down. Flaps 2. Slide nose down. Down we go again. Leanna, yeah, so Phoenix have acknowledged that there is an issue with the crosswind landings in version 1 of the Phoenix, addressed in version 2. I'm happy to say I have done something like this similar in their fixed version, and it's a joy to fly. Crosswind landings are fun again.
$1,000.
1,000 feet. Flaps 3. see what this landing goes like. If we're happy with this landing, guys, I am going to have to call that a night then, I'm afraid. It's a lot later than I wanted it to be. So, I am sorry that the flight didn't go ahead as planned. Technical issues. Hopefully no one else suffers from similar things. If you do, though, do get in touch and let us know. That's 500 feet. We're a bit low here. The last landing should probably have been a go around anyway, given how bad it was. 3 reds, 1 right. Okay, picture's okay. That's better.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard. 5.
Flaps 2. B1 rotate. That will seem to work, didn't it? Now, did we lose the flight plan there? No, we didn't. That's okay. Why didn't the flight directors come back on though? The flight directors should have come back on though when we cycled Toga. Anyway, never mind. I am going to put the autopilot on now, just to fly us out of here. Autopilot on. Flight director's back on. There we are. I don't have to worry about crashing now. Right, guys, thank you for being here tonight. It's not been the stream we wanted, but we got to see Faro Airport at least. I would definitely give that airport a whirl. We will fly to it properly when we've got things working. I really am going to have to shoot, but thank you so much, guys, for being here. If you, I was going to say, if you have enjoyed the stream and the technical troubleshooting that we've had this night, well, please do leave a like on the stream. Our next flight, whenever that will be, I will of course post on our Discord server. I'm now going to run, do jobs that I was meant to do ages ago. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all on the next one. Hope you've had a great weekend, and once again, happy Father's Day to everybody who has been celebrating that today. Good night, guys. See you all soon.